Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day. I know I am, because today we're talking about Predecessor. Specifically, the new hero that they talked about in their recent roadmap. Predecessor talked about in their recent roadmap. And on their Instagram, they released some images of it. Before we start this video, if you enjoy Predecessor content and you like the news and you like just being hyped about the game, subscribe and definitely like this video, because that's mainly what I do on this channel. I play some other games. If that interests you as well, you can check those out. But mainly, I'm doing Predecessor news right now because there's actually some stuff happening, finally. So, yeah, if you like that, definitely subscribe. But today we're talking about Huntress, and we're just going to speculate on what abilities she might have and what she's going to look like. So, first, they released this roadmap. They teased this little Huntress image. They gave her the crossbow, and they said that she was a vampire hunter. And then, about a week later, we got a snippet of her little concept art and her character model. And then a little bit later, we got the full model. So now that's where we are right now. This was May 10th. So another quick thing is I don't know if they confirmed this in a different time and I didn't hear it or something or whatever, but they did do a little confirmation here. They said early access by end of the year in this little comment thread just on their Instagram post. So that's fun. I figured it was going to be by the end of the year. I don't know why they would release a roadmap just to have it drag on for more than till the end of the year. But that's good that we have that. But yeah, on to Huntress. So, not too much to go off here, right? They don't give us any actual info, like none of her stats or abilities or anything, obviously. But we do have a few things that we can speculate on. First of all, we have this crossbow. So in this, it was not glowing, and I thought it might have multiple arrows in it, and then it would shoot like an automatic fire as a secondary ability or something like that. But here, it looks like it's just going to be a pretty standard weapon. It's just her auto attacks, and then there's still some little spikies kind of poking around here, so that are like glowing. So it could still do some kind of like rapid fire ability, but I'm not quite as sold on that anymore. The main thing we're here to talk about is this pistol. Okay? This pistol, I think, is important to what her abilities are going to be. And here's why. They are two very different weapons, okay? If they were the same weapon, like if they were two of these kind of pistols, or if they were like dual crossbows or something like that, I would think nothing of it, because we've already got heroes like that. We've got Twin Blast. There's like Kalari, who's got like the two swords. Granted, one of her swords, or like she has like a dagger that she throws that's kind of like one of those weapons, but it's not really the same thing. She has two very distinct weapons, okay? And what that usually means is that the one she's kind of holding to the side is going to be like a big part of her kit, especially because if you look at this, obviously, this is subject to change, right? There's nothing that's set in stone here, I'm guessing. But look at her. She does not have like a whole lot going on like in her actual like armor and stuff, right? There's no like knives. There's no like hidden like grenades or like anything like that. She doesn't have anything in her gauntlets from the looks of it. So this pistol is pretty much the only distinguishable thing that's going on. So there's a few things it could be. All right. First of all, it could literally just be kind of like Murdoch, who has his little shotgun blast that he pulls out. It could be kind of like that, but just with a pistol shot, and maybe it slows or silences or just does more damage. It could be a lot of things. It could just be that, just another ability. One thing that would be interesting, if they wanted to mix it up, it could be an alternate fire. So what I mean by that is, if you guys remember Grim.exe, he had an ability where you could activate the ability, and while it was active, when you shot your normal gun, it would use mana, but the shot that you shot would slow them. I think you might silence them. I think it just slowed them, actually. And then it would do more damage, but at the cost of mana. And then you could activate that, deactivate that whenever you wanted to. So it could be kind of like that, where you've got your main weapon as a crossbow, but then you can activate whatever ability. Maybe it uses mana per shot, or maybe it's just a different kind of fire. But then you activate that, and then you switch to the pistol. It could be that. I think that would be more interesting than just having another little side weapon that is just one of her abilities or something like that. I think that'd be way cooler. One thing, or I guess another thing that I really would like it to be, is that she has a passive that has to do with this pistol. Maybe it's not her main passive. Maybe it's just a passive related to the pistol's ability. But what I mean by that is maybe like you get 5 kills with this, and then like this pistol gets stronger, something like that, right? Or like every hit you get with this like reduces the cooldown of the pistol, something like that. If they were going for jungle, they could do like every 25 kills, or that's a lot, but like every like 10 kills or something you get with this strengthens the next pistol shot you do, right? Something like that. Something to make her unique. Something to make her fun to play and actually have to think, rather than just like another hero that's just got a little ability. I think it's very possible that we see a passive like that. Obviously, if they do the stacking passive, it'll probably need a cap, because that would be so busted, just having a jungler just running around, leveling, getting kills, not using the pistol. Just walks into a lane, blasts 1,000 damage with a pistol shot, and then leaves. That'd be really busted. So obviously it'll have to be balanced, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm saying. Like something relating to this that helps out with this. Okay, and like I said, it could be slow, could be silence, it could be like bleed. I doubt it would be bleed though. That wouldn't really make a lot of sense. But yeah, that's kind of all we have to go off. Obviously, if you have any other ideas, totally comment them down below. The game itself, or the developers actually already asked, what deadly ability would you give her? So we kind of got this talking about that, but no one actually really said anything. Everyone just kind of complained about the game not releasing. So if you have any actual ideas, go ahead and comment those down below. That's pretty much it. Another thing I think would be really cool is, so they did say, heroes at the heart, no exception. Pump away at heroes to ensure everyone's favorites return. Flex our wins with our own new heroes. So ideally, they have a few more original heroes in the works, as well as just preparing the original heroes to come back into the rotation. But I think what would be cool is for them to start doing, that would honestly be kind of interesting for a MOBA to do, is start releasing heroes like this in tandem, in a tandem style. What I mean by that is, so she's a vampire hunter, right? Maybe we get a vampire as another hero, and they release kind of at the same time or within like a month of each other. And so you've got one hero doing one thing, kind of fighting, she's a vampire hunter. That's literally what she does. And then we get the vampire who kind of has the not the counter of her abilities, but just like the opposite, or like what you expect a vampire to have, right? So it'd be cool to just kind of get that. I think it would add to like hero hype, just be like, oh, we got Huntress, like I wonder what they're going to release along with her, like just something like that would be really fun. Obviously a vampire would have bleed. With most of his abilities, he'd probably have lifesteal just built into his passive. I think a vampire hero would be really fun. It's not exactly original, but it would just be cool to get in this game, because we don't really have anything like that, especially not in Predecessor. I don't think we really had any in Paragon. But yeah, just the idea of releasing hero counterparts, I think would be really cool. I think it'd be really fun to release some heroes that are like on the same team, right? They don't have to be like, oh, like vampire hunter and vampire. They could be like part of, I don't know, it could be a lot of things. But I think it'd just be fun to kind of release some heroes together. It would be hype. Give some people something to look forward to. But yeah, that's pretty much all we can really glean from this image and from what they've said. They haven't really said much. But yeah, once again, if Predecessor News is what you're liking, definitely subscribe, definitely like the video, comment whatever you feel like commenting about the game, whatever. But mostly thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.